Welcome to the second Game Jam! A jam about exploring unseen territory of game design, about simplicity, and of course about creating some awesome stuff together. In this video I'll reveal the topic of the jam. From the moment this video goes live, you'll have exactly 72 hours to create a game. After that you'll have 1 week to play and rate each other's games. Everybody who participates will also be able to rate other entries. All game engines are allowed, of course. Recycling code and assets is allowed, so feel free to save some time wherever you can. There's no need to write everything from scratch. And now, before I announce the topic of the jam, let me also just note that you do not have to follow the topic. If you already have an idea for a cool little game you want to create and submit to the jam this weekend, that's 100% fine as well. But for those who seek to challenge their creativity and design skills, here is the topic. Oh, hold on a second, I have a hair in my mouth. I wanna get it out. The topic of Wowie Jam 2.0 is... It is... The topic is... intentional bugs. What happens if we intentionally put bugs in our games, and how can we make bugs fun to interact with for the player? There can be movement-based bugs, teleport glitches, exploits in the safe load system, bugs that give you additional resources, broken items with completely strange effects, enemies with a bugged AI that you can exploit somehow, quests that seemingly can't be completed, all the way to bugs that just completely break the game and make it fall apart. Bugs can either help the player or they can hurt the player. Maybe you need to use a bug to overcome an obstacle, or maybe the bug is the obstacle you have to overcome. Bugs can be highly predictable, bugs can also be super crazy and unpredictable, bugs can have really specific rules attached to them, when they are triggered, when they are not triggered. Usually bugs are not seen as something very positive in games, so I definitely invite you to think about questions like, what makes a bug fun to interact with? How can we get the upsides of a bug without getting the downsides? Learning how to use a bug and to master it can be very fun. Exploring and finding new exploits in a game can be very fun. Using a bug to reach places you couldn't reach before is fun. Exploiting the rules to make something funny happen in the game. And of course the surprise factor of a bug can be quite fun. But hey, maybe it's even possible to make the things we usually hate about bugs more enjoyable. For example, I hereby challenge you to make a fun game about getting stuck in walls. Or can you make a fun game about falling through the floor? Can you make a fun game about getting your save files corrupted? Can you make a fun game about getting stuck in an endlessly looping animation? Can you make a fun game about shooting through walls? Can you make a fun game with bugged physics? Bugs are usually not put into games on purpose, so all I wanna know is, what happens if we do exactly that? Let's break top-down shooters, let's break platformers, let's break puzzle games, let's wander into unseen territory of game design together to see how much fun we can squeeze out of something no normal developer wants in a video game. That is the topic. I will say that the interpretation is actually 100% up to you. Let's treat this as a very open and loose topic. Can you make a game about bugs and insects? Sure. You can approach this topic from a narrative standpoint, like maybe you play as a bug. If you don't want to put any actual bugs into your game and just make a game with a hacking theme, that's fine as well. Feel free to approach this topic from any angle you want. All I'm giving you are these two words, so don't ask me the question, can I make a game about blah blah blah? The answer is yes, you can make that game. If it remotely has anything to do with the topic, you're good. Of course, I can't guarantee for your rating in the topic category, but if you made a game during the jam, you 100% are allowed to upload it. Don't even worry about it. Remember that games will also be rated on simplicity, so for your own sake, keep it as simple as possible, get enough sleep, put quality over quantity, and just focus on creating 5 to 10 minutes of fun. It's more than enough for a game jam game. And that's another important point I want to stress. The goal is absolutely to create something fun, so keep that in mind before you introduce too many crazy bugs into your game. Make something fun, make something simple, and of course most importantly, make something For extra development fun, join us on Discord. I'll be hanging around there for pretty much the entirety of the jam, helping you all out to the best of my ability. If you don't have a team yet, once again, our Game Dev Discord group, link in the description, is a great place to look for one. Alternatively, you can also check out CrowdForge. There are a couple of teams still looking for members. The link to that is obviously in the description as well. Thanks to you, Tino, for setting that up, by the way. If you need help coming up with an idea, make sure to watch the video I published last week on how to come up with ideas in game jams. In case that doesn't help, I'm also happy to assist you on Discord with your ideation process. And of course, if you have any questions, leave them right here under the video or in the Jam forum on itch.io or on Discord. I'll try to answer all of them as soon as I possibly can. Let's create some games together. Please enjoy, learn something new, talk to people, and I'm super curious to see what you come up with. Why are you still here? Get started!